River Road, you got me running way back home. River Road, you got me running all night long. You got me singing some canal boat song. River Road, you got me running all night long.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Niner Nuts. I'm Dan here along with James. James, say hello.
Hello, guys. And just so you know, we're recording this on September 11th. So before we start the show, we are going to do a 10-second moment of silence. You ready for this, Dan?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Guys, don't forget 9/11. Remember those who lost their lives, and to those who went into the towers, the Pentagon, and the brave men and women who crashed the plane in Pennsylvania. Let us never forget.
Yeah, 100%. 22 years ago. No, never forget. But with that said, we still have a wonderful, wonderful Victory Monday to celebrate.
Woo-hoo!
I don't know a more graceful way to pivot that, but we have a Victory Monday to celebrate. Everybody, as you presumably all saw. No, why did this refresh? No, I had all the box scores up in front of me. We did win. Oh, even when I try to be prepared, of course that happens. Oh well, we won 37 or 32-7, not 37. And my God, I don't have enough game balls to hand out to everybody that had a phenomenal game yesterday. Like to the point that I don't know. I don't know if this says more about us or if it says more about the Steelers, like because of our own expectations coming into this season. I mean, I don't know. Do you think this says more about us or do you think it says more about the Steelers just to get the ball rolling?
I mean, the Steelers are always a rough and tough team. I mean, I don't know.
So to flatline the way that they did.
Yeah. And a lot of that had to do with Kenny Pickett dealing with this defense. The defense was well prepared to take on a second-year quarterback on opening day. I believe Kyle, for the most part, called a pretty decent game. I mean, as far as game balls, I mean, you could give it to Afunga, you could give it to Jackson, you could give it to Ayuk, you could give it to McCaffrey, you could give it to Purdy. I mean, all around, everybody played well. I was thoroughly impressed because, really I thought the Steelers might give you a real game. And, yeah, you just manhandled them. So,
yeah, it's one of those things where, like, of course I'm celebrating. I'm so thrilled. I did think this was going to be a pretty tough game because the history of Mike Tomlin, he gets his Steelers to perform very well. Like it's very rare to see them even when they were 9-8 or 8-8 out of the playoff picture or like just on the edge of the playoff picture to outright get blown out, especially at home. And without that penalty driven drive that was really pushed because of that was Deommodore Lenoir that got a penalty on that drive. And Greenlaw did not get penalized. But anyway, that one drive was the only reason they got points on the board. And without that penalty, I don't know if they would have scored. Literally, I don't think that's an overreaction to say I don't think they would have scored the entire game if Demo didn't get that penalty on that last drive. Up to that point, they literally had -1 net yard.
yeah.
They could not move the ball. Any doubt? This is a little hyperbolic, I guess, since it's just week one. But it's worth noting though, just how dominant we looked. It didn't look like we lost D'Amico Ryans. It looked like that it's been a perfect combination or a perfect integration of Steve Wilks. And I was listening to Matt Miyako talk about it, how it was behind the scenes more of Wilks getting used to what our players liked and the players telling him, hey, we ran this, we know we're really good at it. do you have any advice or do you have any sprinkling or any ideas to sprinkle in here? And it showed up on the field. These guys looked just as strong, just as dominant, and it didn't look any different than what we had before. So that was reassuring for me to see that it doesn't look like, barring injury, our defense is going to skip a beat at all. Like, that front four, dude. Oh my God, that front four, man.
Well, yeah, and like I said, I criticized John for spending too much on linebackers and not enough on the secondary. But honestly, the way the defense looked last night, yesterday, the defense did really, really well. The secondary played well. And of course, Fred Warner and Drake Greenlaw, they produced.
Do you see some of those vicious hits that they were throwing the game? Like not just the pressure that was getting made between Armstead, Hargrave, Bosa, which, oh my God, the sky's the limit for how many pressures and sacks that they're going to end up getting this season. Like, regardless if it's Ceylon Farrell, Austin Bryant, or Drake Jackson, it probably should be Drake Jackson, the way that he, like, no offense to Ceylon Farrell, it looked like he had a good game too, but God, when you get 3 sacks, this is why I was so disappointed that Drake Jackson got benched halfway through the season. And I hope this performance was him taking last season's ending to heart. And it's just, this is the scariest front four in the league. Right. I hope it's not hyperbolic for me to say that if they if they keep on this plane that they're at right now, between Jackson, Armstead, Hargrave, and Bosa, I don't think it's that big a hot take to say that we're going to have the scariest front four in the league now that we've actually seen it. But then
I'm still willing to put the Eagles right up there because
the Cowboys too. I'm based on what we saw the Cowboys do last night. We are going to have the 3 best defensive front sevens for sure: Eagles, Dallas, and us.
Yeah, I would still give you a little bit of an edge on if we're talking front 7. Your linebackers are definitely better than ours. And the way you're cutting out, you're frozen.
Oh, no.
Nope, still frozen.
Oh no. Am I back now?
Yeah, you're back. You're coming through. You were a little pixelated, but you're a little pixelated right now, but
can you still hear me though? I think my connection's coming back.
Yeah, your connection's coming back. I can still hear you.
Okay, well, that's good. It'll be interesting to see this in post.
Yeah.
But no, I was just saying that, like, some of the hits that Greenlaw had, literally just throwing people to the ground. Like, I was really surprised he didn't get penalized more.
Yeah.
He was skirting right on that line of unnecessary roughness.
Yeah, he was. But I mean, if we're talking front four, yeah, Niners, Dallas, Eagles got the 3 most formidable front fours that you're going to find. I mean, so, just to update the fans, the Niners fans, on what the Eagles did with their front four, they did get pressure, but Mac Jones was delivering the ball quick, so it neutralized the pass rush. However, Jalen Carter, number 9 overall pick, played 32 snaps, 6 pressures, and a sack. And Jordan Davis even looked good against the pass as well. So be scary. It's going to be scary for the next 4 years to play the Eagles with those 2 defensive tackles.
Dude, week 13, dude.
I know.
I can't wait.
And I told my brother, because my brother was like, I'm going to watch the Steelers and pray the Steelers kick the crap out of the 49ers. And I told my brother, no, here's the thing. I want the Niners to be, 11-1 or 10-2 when you come into the link and we beat you. I want you to be good. I don't want any excuse of injuries or somehow like you're a bad team and it was easy to beat you and you were, I want you guys at your best because I want the Eagles to punch you guys in the mouth.
I want that too. I'm just saying this is a good, I have no other notes on the defense other than the Mooney got a pick, Hufanga got a pick, and he got a flag trying to lateral it to Gibson, and it went forward, and so that didn't work. But that was I just laughed at that. I thought that was hilarious.
But I mean,
Uh,
Hufunga's making a good case already for Defensive Player of the Year. You know?
Wilkes was already bringing him down to try and make blitzes already. Like,
Yeah.
no, he's ready to shepherd Hufanga into the next step. And
Good.
and then Mooney was on the injury report for a heel. He didn't look like he had a heel problem. He looked like our number one corner again, which was that was so refreshing. But actually, before I segue into the offense, let me go ahead and tell you guys about this little promo code below me, Shady Sports. That promo code you can use on royalretros.com to get yourself an authentic Royal Retros jersey. What is a Royal Retros jersey? If you want to wear something that looks old school, something that's going to stand out in the crowd, you want to wear something that makes you think about back in the good old day, let's say, when your team was a little bit better, go to royalretros.com today. Use the code Shady Sports and you can get 10% off of your entire order. We checked it out. It's across the board, not just one item, 10% across the board. Use the code Shady Sports when you check out and get 10% off your Royal Retro jersey today.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, guys, if you're a fan of the old USFL, I mean, they got it for you. They really do. And they look classy. They're very authentic. You're getting a good product when you buy from Royal Retros. So use that code Shady Sports and get 10% off.
Yeah, it supports us. It supports Sam at Shady Sports. Thank you, Sam. We love you.
Yes.
Yeah, go to royalretros.com and use Shady Sports and check out 10% off. So anyway, we've talked a little bit about the defense. Let's talk about the offense, dude. The story that we were talking about the entire off season, not just the quarterback battle, but just the health of Brock Purdy. Yesterday was allegedly, I didn't count it myself, but everyone was saying that yesterday was 6 months to the day that he had his surgery, because he had to delay it till March because of how swollen it was. So 6 months to the day he got elbow surgery. God bless the miracle of science. He looked exactly like he looked exactly like, where he left off.
Yeah, he looked like he didn't miss a beat. You know,
dude, some of those throws that he was making, I was thinking about it earlier. The thing that Purdy has that just no other quarterback really had, Jimmy not to this extent, but the awareness in the pocket. He has this perfect gauge of, I want to stay in this pocket and make the throw in the pocket, but if I have to bail, I know how to. I can sense when time's up and I have to run. He has this perfect gauge where, I mean, yeah, when TJ bull rushed him 3 times, like, I mean, you can't really escape the former defensive player of the year, but every other time when I'm thinking like when Minkah Fitzpatrick tried to sack him and he just ducked him perfectly and then found Debo. The way he ducked through the pocket as it collapsed and he got a first down, didn't even try to get them any extra yards. He was just like, oh, I crossed it and just slid, played it safe. His awareness for that is just amazing. The throws that he was making, it didn't look like he was struggling to really make any throws at all.
Yeah,
he took 3 sacks and he looked perfectly fine. That first one definitely scared me a lot. And the fumble recovery behind his back, that was just, that was amazing, like how lucky that was. But just Purdy's back, man, and he took hits and he made throws, and just God bless the surgeon that worked on him. Just God bless this man.
that back shoulder throw to Brandon Ayuk, I believe it was on the second touchdown. That was just, I mean, he put it right where Ayuk could catch it and come and just make a play with the DB on him. That
was Patrick Peterson.
Yeah, made Patrick Peterson just look like a regular old corner. And so
he couldn't even do, what else could he have done? He was in perfect coverage outside of getting a pass interference, and it just right in between them.
I mean,
that was one of the best throws that Purdy's just made, period. Like in his little career. That was amazing.
Such a good throw. I was thoroughly impressed by Brock Purdy. You know, John has found a diamond in the rough here. Because honestly, I'll let you know, guys, I watched the Shriner Bowl game from last year when Purdy was playing in it. And he did. I mean, he looked like he held on to the ball too long. He was constantly under pressure, wasn't making quick decisions. Like, this Brock Purdy is nothing what we saw in the offseason leading up to the draft last year. And give credit to the scouting department for seeing whatever they saw in him, to say maybe this guy will be a good, backup quarterback, but maybe, who knows, if he comes in, we think he win some games. And they sort of got lucky, with the fact that he can really win games and really do well in this offense. But yeah, he's playing like a first round draft pick right now, and it's very impressive.
I think GMs are going to start considering longer tenures in college, because like Purdy played, God, was it? I think it was 4 years. It wasn't 3 years like a lot of players were. I don't think it was 5. I think he was redshirted his freshman year, if I remember right. But it's like when we were talking about Trey Lance. Trey Lance literally playing one season of college ball, skipped the COVID year, versus Purdy, who played 4 years of football.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's an intangible, but that's experience. When you put yourself through college for that long,
and it was
you're
going
to acclimate better. Yeah.
And it was in the Big Ten. He played Ohio State. He played Michigan, Michigan State, Penn State, Minnesota, Indiana. These are decent Division I schools that play in the Big Ten. And he got that experience in big games. So
the only harder schools he could have played were if Iowa was
SEC.
In the SEC, exactly.
Yeah. So Ohio State has always been a contender. Michigan, people argue about how real they are, but still, they're
free Harbaugh.
Yeah, but they're always talked about in the top 10 teams usually every year. So Purdy got experience playing Big Ten football at Iowa State. He had a running back there that's just like McCaffrey and Breece Hall. So he's familiar with the tools that McCaffrey has. So it's basically like he just picked up from where he left off in college, and this is really exciting for the 49ers.
I think it's worth noting, too, that Brock Purdy, his performance yesterday is noted in the Hall of Fame now. He's not in the Hall of Fame, but his performance now up to this point, where he has, what was it exactly? I had it, I should have saved it for a screen graphic, but Brock Purdy, he has a stat in the Hall of Fame now. He has become the first quarterback in NFL history to win each of his first 6 regular season starts and throw 2 or more touchdowns in each start.
Wow.
That is from, I swear, I don't know if you can see it. That is from the Hall of Fame.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He is
Good for him.
He has also won every game that didn't result in a broken elbow. Just wanted to throw that out. Dude, everyone says Jimmy just wins. Purdy just wins. I know it's a little early. I know. Let's give a little love to some other people too. We have to talk about Christian and Brandon. I want to start with Brandon though. Dude, Brandon's our number one. I love Debo a lot, but if we keep trending the way that we're trending, last year just had those outside factors that got Debo out of shape, but yeah, it doesn't look like anything's changed. It looks like Debo is going to be very much a 1B, if not an outright number 2, and Brandon's going to get paid. Brandon is going to get paid, dude.
Yeah, and now they have $40 million in cap space to do it with. So, but we'll talk more about that on Friday's show. Yes, a little hint: Jimmy B is coming out on Wednesday, tomorrow, just because we have a little bet that you got to get in before Thursday. So, but yeah, now the sky's the limit now with this team when it comes to signing its young players to contracts now.
How did Brandon impress you though? Like, did he?
He was outstanding. He really was. He really impressed me. We knew that Brandon Ayuk had the talent, and it's nice that he probably put in the work this offseason, and he really shined through in this game against, like you said, Patrick Peterson, who's a Hall of Fame cornerback. Like, Yeah.
He jumped a couple routes pretty good, like for how long in the tooth he is, but no, the first touchdown, I've seen that highlight a couple times today, just shattered Patrick's ankles, faking going out and cutting back in on a slant. Patrick just poop, just shattered his ankles. It was beautiful. And then, we already talked about the deep sideline fade. Just, what are you going to do, man? It landed right there.
I mean, 49ers fans should definitely be excited for this team and the way they looked, Sunday afternoon. So I believe, who do we have next week anyway?
Sorry, I'm trying to say the name correctly. It's not SoFi Stadium. It is Levi Stadium South, because we're going to go to the Rams.
Okay. So that's basically a home game.
Yeah, Levi South.
Yeah.
So technically a road game, but they should have flown back from Pittsburgh by now, and we'll probably go to LA Friday night or Saturday morning. But
fans don't show up for LA, so it's an easy 49ers home game.
Can't. Oh, dude, not to jump the gun on it. I can't wait to play the Rams.
You guys, if you're at the game, if you're at the LA Ram game, let us know. Tweet us on Twitter. We want to see pictures of you tailgating, enjoying the game. Please reach out to us at Niner Nuts on Twitter.
Oh, dude, for sure. I'm trying to think. I want to. If there's anything else you want to call out on offense, like Christian McCaffrey breaking off that enormous 65-yard run.
Wow, that was crazy, man! And that block by, Ayuk, right? It was Ayuk.
Yeah.
Or was it Jennings?
Threw that guy to the ground.
Oh my gosh,
Brandon destroyed that guy.
That is probably one of the best blocks I've ever seen a wide receiver give.
You only get that from Kyle Shanahan beating that into you, that a receiver has to block as well as a lineman.
Yeah, if we only could teach his backup tight ends to do just as well. But anyway.
Dude, did you even almost as equally impressive when I don't remember the player, but whoever was coming up top after Brandon knocked the first guy down, the second guy was coming across, and Ray McLeod, our return man, flies in, just barely misses getting a flag on it on a clip. But then no, he just pushed him over too. Not as impressively as Brandon, but Ray and the safety running across the field, and then Ray knocks him to the ground, and then Christian finally crosses the goal line.
It was a beautiful run. It really was. And that's why Christian McCaffrey's on the team. That's why you traded 4 draft picks to get him.
He's a beast. He's an absolute beast.
Spin
don't forget the spin move he did too. The first hole he took, he had to do a spin move, and then he broke out. Yeah,
it was a beautiful run.
This dude's my size. Our size. This dude's Christian's like 5'9", 5'10". This is not a big dude making these big runs.
Yeah, it's beautiful to watch. This is what Kyle Shanahan envisions his offense to be, and it's finally nice to see it with a quarterback who is growing in it and is executing it extremely well with only 6 regular season games in.
It really is unprecedented how quickly Purdy has acclimated to the offense. But no, I don't want to push us too far over our time. The last thing I want to say about the offense is I forget which side he's on, Spencer Burford. He had a couple of mental errors. He got flagged a lot. I heard 74 get called out a lot. Hopefully that's just some, what do they call it? Conditioning. I hope that's just something that we can condition out of him, just first game jitters. He did really good last year, so I'm not that worried, but a lot of penalties on him. And then I'm just saying this directly to Colton McKivitz. Dude, you're going up against a former Defensive Player of the Year. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. That is probably the hardest test that you're going to have this year. I can't.
Next to Hassan Reddick?
Up until we get to Hassan Reddick. The Dallas game. Yeah, the Dallas game in 4 weeks
Micah
is probably going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dallas is going to be really hard too. Like you'll get a couple weeks before Dallas, and then there's plenty of weeks before we get to Hassan Riddick, and maybe we'll spend some money on a new guy. I hope not. I don't want this guy to fail. But yo, welcome to being a full-time starter. Here's your first test, TJ Watt. Like, it was already some big shoes to fill replacing Mike McGlinchey, but yeah, no, I'm not worried about the guy. He's a first-time starter. It's gonna get better the longer he's in it.
For sure.
And then Jake Moody. I can't let us sign out before we say Jake Moody. Dude, 4 for 4, made all his field goals, made all of his extra points, just brushed off that preseason rust. Why? I know it's a little early to call him the next Mr. Automatic, but dude, they say Pittsburgh's a really hard windy city to kick in. Yeah, who's laughing at us now?
Well, yeah, but I will say this. Jake Elliott for the Eagles kicked 4 field goals in the rain and in the wind in New England, 4 for 4 with a 56-yarder in that. So, yeah, I don't know who else was good on special teams this week, but Jake Elliott deserves special teams player of the week for the NFC. Just 4 field goals in New England, in the rain, wind, and a 56-yarder. That's impressive. That's my automatic guy that I count on.
Once we see some more, like he's got to. Obviously, this was just one game. I don't know if this is the start of him being that pretty automatic Michigan kicker. I'll put it this way too. Hopefully our offense is good enough that we don't have to have him kick 50, 60 yarders. Hopefully they're all 40 and closer. That would be really nice too. If with the weapons that we have and we have to kick a 50-yard field goal still, I hope we got penalized a couple times on that drive. I'll put it that way. But yeah, no. Oh my God. Phenomenal win. Yes, it's week 1. Yes, we still got a long season, but we're still within the 48-hour for rule. We're taping this on Monday, September 11th. I'll calm down tomorrow. For today, I'm finishing celebrating. We kicked the crap out of the Steelers. Next week, we're going to be going to SoFi Stadium to play the LA Rams. I believe that game is at 4:00. Oh, I can't wait. It's a division game. We're going to be nice and hot off of that Steelers beatdown. I don't care that they beat Seattle. Woohoo! You beat Seattle. Yeah, have fun. Have fun dealing with our front four with how bad that offensive line was last year, dude. Hopefully I didn't just jinx us. Knock on. James, why don't you go ahead and talk to the people out there about what we got going on Bonfire.
So guys, as we've reported here, thanks to the independent reporting agencies from the San Francisco Chronicle, and I believe it was the paper in Kentucky. I'm sorry, I'm not crediting you properly, but there was news about Jed York having insider trading, who's the CEO of the 49ers, and a Houston minority owner was charged with very serious sexual crimes. Both of these were known by the NFL months to years before they were even talked about in the media, and the NFL knew about it, said nothing until independent reporting agencies gave the report. So we all know if that was a player, the NFL would have reported it the very next day. So we have taken up a mantle. Owner standards are less than player standards. # owner accountability. Make that go viral. Send it out there. The NFL needs to know that they need to do better reporting on the wrongdoings of their owners. And to show you we put our money where our mouth is, we are selling our t-shirts for charity. Yes, our t-shirts, we have all the proceeds going to charity, a Kentucky Crisis Center. Still working out who we're working with, but guaranteed no matter what, even if we don't team up with someone, we will find an organization that is a crisis center in Kentucky because that's where the minority owners' crime happened. So we want to help out the community there with their crisis center. So this is our first shirt, owner standards are less than player standards, owner accountability. If you want to make a statement about this, get this shirt, $22.99. All the proceeds go to charity. We have it in pullover hoodies, crew neck hoodies, premium long sleeve tees in all different sizes. So, and next we have the owner standoff shirt. This was part of our Dan Snyder campaign, and we took it down once he was out of the NFL, but we have brought it back for this campaign. We want you to get a cool shirt when you donate to charity. $22.99 gets you this shirt, and you can get it in a premium tee, pullover hoodie, crew neck sweatshirt, all different sizes. Starts at $22.99 for the shirt. Niner Nuts here. This is our podcast logo art, or our opening art that you see at the beginning of the show. You can also find this on our Spotify account. And then we have the alternate logo with just the field goal, Niner Nuts and some peanuts, $22.99. Also gets you this shirt. All t-shirts start at $22.99. And then this is our mascot, a peanut eating peanuts with 3D glasses, watching the Niners. Guys, this is the cutest t-shirt you're ever going to get for charity. Trust me, $22.99. Get you that tee, all different sizes. And if you want to get those, it's right here, bonfire.com. #store, #Niner Nuts -- Niner Nuts apparel. If you have trouble typing that in, just Google Niner Nuts apparel and go to the bonfire.com. Takes you right there. You'll see all our t-shirts for charity.
If you Google Niner Nuts Bonfire, it literally pops right up. Like I have Bing on my computer, and I did it on there and Google. Like Google knows what you're trying to find. Just Bonfire Niner Nuts, it'll pop right up. And yeah, like James said, I'm gonna order my shirt. It's all the proceeds are going to a good cause. We don't want excess money from these shirts. We don't really want any money from these shirts. We want to take a stand for owner accountability, and we want to. There's some things that are bigger than football, and this is one of them. And we just want to do our part to help out.
Exactly, guys. So get a cool t-shirt, donate to charity. We've already had a couple of donations come through. We need to keep adding. We need to make the NFL know that they need to report on their owners better than they have been.
Yep. And so with that, actually, did you remind everybody where they can reach out to us in the meantime? I think I got lost while I was looking at the pictures.
So I told you our Twitter page, TikTok, Instagram is all at Niner Nuts. If you want to write to us into the show because you left a review, or you want to tell us how good or bad we're doing, or you just want to chat with us, that's 49ernuts@gmail.com, 49ernuts@gmail.com. Write to us. Leave us a review. We will read every 5-star review on the air. Also, like and subscribe if you like this show. Just do that, because that really helps us out as well, guys. We love you. We want to give you more content, and like and subscribe will help us do that.
Yep. And so then with that, I did confirm it's 4:05 Eastern Standard Time. So it's going to be a 1 o'clock game over on the West Coast. We are going to the LA Rams. Still on the road. Still. Oh, that was weird. Sorry about that. Still road dogs right now. We have to wait 2 weeks before we are at home on prime time against the Giants, but that's definitely going to be worth the wait too. But yeah, until then, check out our episode tomorrow. Yeah, another episode on Friday, and great win against the Steelers. Now let's go beat the Rams.
Yeah, and Jimmy B comes out early tomorrow. You're getting the Jimmy B special. Outro music, River Road, Justin Muth.
Beat those Rams.
River Road, you got me running way back home. River Road, you got me running all night long. You got me singing some canal boat song. River Road, you got me running.